Okay, people. Half the day's gone of football, and people is winning that I ain't going for. There's some big turnarounds, but not in the games that I was thinking. That's for sure. I only got three right, so we're going to see who else shows up so we can talk. And now I'm watching the Eagles and the Jets. So, oh, I need to go like that and refresh that page. And like that. And come back to StreamYard. Hey, Paul. Yep, I agree with that, Paul. I sent you the link to come up on your messenger if you want to come up. I can't believe the Browns beat the 49ers. Awesome. Also, I got the Eagles and Jets here. So, but so far, I guess the Patriots is already, losing. Okay, bud. And I still got 35 pages to go in my book I'm reading, Dracula Undead. So I'm still trying to get that finished up. If you can still hear me, get the books ready that you have to read, and we'll talk about those. I have to read three. Believe it or not, I did win three. I'm very bad. I mean. Bruce is in the lead though. He's won 6. So I'm gonna do 45-minute reading sprints, and see how it goes. They're coming up with stupider and stupider commercials. Hello.
Hello, it's supposed to be an easy week for me.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
No, I won 3 though. You won 4.
Yeah, but I was supposed to have like only 2 or 3 books read for this month, and it's not working that way.
Did you hear me tell you to have those books ready to show?
Yeah, I just got them here. Well, I don't have them ready to show, but I can grab them real quick. But
I got three.
all the games aren't over yet.
I got three. No, we're just going to talk about the ones that we have to read.
All right, let me go grab them. Just give me a minute. I gotta get some pop anyway. God, this sucks. It's supposed to be an easy week, and it's not
Well-
supposed to be an easy week.
Well, Erica has 5, but Bruce is winning so far.
All right, I got them all on top shelf. I just gotta grab them.
Bruce so far has 6.
Yeah, it sucks.
Erica and Terry has 5.
Okay. I lost the Snakes game. Wait a second. Am I even on the right week? Yeah, Saints and Texans. Nick Savage. On the board.
You're a brat baby. What do you think you have to open up my door all the time for?
Huh?
What do you think you have to open up my door all the time for? You don't know.
Commanders won. So I agree. Take Adam. Where is that?
Oh,
Of course. Jaguars won.
yeah, Jags won.
Oh,
Didn't we all go for Jags?
yeah. Yeah.
Nope. Frosty went with Colts.
Yeah, I went with the Colts, and that was my mistake. Bengals. So mad, dude. Wait. Bengals. And then Browns.
But let's see. Bruce has 6. Erica and Terry has 5. Frosty and Kip has 4. No, Frosty has 4. Frosty and Flower has 4, and me and Kip has 3. I think. No, he has 4 because Kansas City and Ravens won.
Yeah.
That's why. That's the only reason why he has 4.
Yeah. Grab the thing real quick.
So I'm the only one that has 3. I'm the biggest loser so far.
Okay, first one. Now I got them out of order. Savage.
Yeah, now I have to read because the Chiefs won. I have to read Boonslick.
Okay, this one is White. Talks about Whitechapel, November 1888. Jack the Ripper escapes to New York.
Yeah.
New York City and starts killing prostitutes over there. Commanders. Adam.
Okay, this here is the Boonslick. They follow the Cecil family's journey by riverboat and wagon from Boonslick, Missouri to Fort Sale, Kearney in Wyoming. 15-year-old Shay narrates, describing the journey that begins when his mom, Mary Margaret, decides to hunt down her elusive husband, Dick, to tell him she's leaving him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Raiders just scored again, 9-0.
What's the second one you had to go with?
Second one is Commanders won, so I got to read Adam, Ted Decker. 16 women are dead, each injected with a mysterious illness on the night of a new moon and left in various underground basements or caverns. The murderer leaves no clues except for one scrawled in red trademark, Eve. Special Agent Daniel Clark has devoted his life to tracking and finding serial killers, and Eve is provoking, especially difficult. Difficult, that is, until Clark and his colleagues find Eve's latest victim still alive. In a race to save the girl's life and potentially discover the killer's identity, Daniel finds himself in danger. A run-in with Eve leaves Daniel clinically dead for 20 minutes, only to survive, but remembering nothing of the incident. As Daniel attempts to recall the details before his attack, the killer strikes again, this time much closer to home and all he holds dear. Daniel takes his obsession to a dangerous new level. Soon enough, he finds himself in a world where blurred lines between life and death leave him fighting for his very life.
Awesome. Well, because the Redskins won, I have to read Friend of the Devil.
That sounds interesting.
And that is...
Yeah, that does sound interesting.
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to like it because it's not really in my forte of books I like. It says, welcome to Danforth Putnam's boarding school, to the elite sprawled across its own private island off the coast of New England. Sam, a war vet who feels sure he's seen it all, has been called here to find a stolen rare book. But as he corners D&D nerds, grills steroid raging linemen, and interviews filthy rich actresses, he soon senses that something far stranger, witchery, in fact, is afoot. When students start to meet mysterious and gruesome deaths, Sam realizes just how fast the clock is ticking. After joining forces with plucky, epilepsy-defying school reporter Harriet, Sam ventures into increasingly dark territory, unraveling a supernatural mystery that will upend everything he thinks he knows about the school and then shatter his own reality. And down here it says, toss Dracula into a blender, throw in a shot of hard-boiled detective fiction, splash in a couple drops of Stranger Things, and pour yourself a nice tall glass of Friend of the Devil. That's what it says.
Well, I do like Stranger Things, and D&D has to refer to Dungeons and Dragons.
Right?
Yep. Since the Jaguars won, I got to read book 3 of The Fallen. There's a thrift store where all their hardcover books know paperbacks, no matter what size, are all $3.
Mm-hmm.
This is part 3. Part 2 is the Testament. But this is the end of days has been predicted for millennia. Now in a hidden cave in the mountains of Lebanon, a man makes a faithful discovery. He will bring what has been forbidden for thousands of years into the light, the Testament of Lucifer. In Istanbul, Bravo Shah, head of the Gnostic Observation sect, is warned by Fray Leone that unfathomable danger has arisen in the war between good and evil. Lucifer's advance guard, the Fallen, and now humankind is in danger of being enslaved by the forces of evil. Following the international bestseller, The Testament, Lusbauter delivers an action-packed trilogy that explores religion, politics, civilization, and even the depths of morality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a little bit of everything in there.
Now, Jags won, so I have to read, and Paul already knows it, Hacienda. And for people that don't know what this is about, I'll go ahead and read the synopsis, or some of it anyway.
Yeah,
But Paul already read it. It says, during the overthrow of the Mexican government, Beatrice's father was executed and her home destroyed. When handsome Don Rodolfo Salarino, I can't pronounce this stuff, purposes Beatrice ignores the rumors surrounding his first wife's sudden demise, choosing instead to seize the security that this estate in the countryside, provides she still have her own home again, no matter the cost. But it does say it's Mexican Gothic meets Rebecca.
And the hacienda, if you don't know, is a Mexican hotel where the people that own it live at the place. And since it takes place in the late 1800s, you know, there's people that go in and out, and most of them aren't probably local.
Right, and that's weird because hacienda is usually the big ranches.
Yeah, this in Mexico, in this book, it's more of a hotel or motel where people go in and out, stay anywhere from 1 day to a month or whatever.
Yeah.
As during the time of the war, like I mentioned earlier. Oh no, the Patriots are going to score.
Eagles
Just did. The Patriots scored.
Eagles 7-0.
Good. And since the Bengals, they won, right? Yeah, unfortunately. Yep. I have to read Industrial Magic, first Kelly Armstrong book. I'm going to read a long one. In the aftermath of her mother's murder, Paige broke with the elite, ultra-conservative American Coven of Witches. Now her goal is to start a new coven for the new generation. But while Paige pitches her vision to an uptight 30-something witches in business suits, a more urgent matter commands her attention. Someone is murdering the teenage offspring of the underworld's most influential cabals, a circle of family that makes the mob look like amateurs. None is more powerful than the Cortez cabal, a faction Paige is intimately acquainted with. Lucas Cortez, the rebel son and unwilling heir, is none other than her boyfriend. But love isn't blind, and Paige has her eyes wide open and is drawn into a hunt for an unnatural born killer. Pitted against shamans, demons, and goons, it's a battle chilling enough to make a wild young woman grow up in a hurry if she gets the chance.
Sounds good. And that's all you have to read so far.
Yeah, I got one more.
Oh, you lost 5.
Yeah, I lost 49ers Browns.
Okay.
So that'll be Ted Decker's Obsessed, and all these books are at least 400 pages. This one's short. A Tale of Ultimate Obsession. Stephen Friedman is making a good living in good times. He's just an ordinary guy, or so he thinks. But one day an extraordinary piece of information tells him different. It's a clue from the grave of a Holocaust survivor, a clue that makes him heir to an incredible fortune, a clue that only he and one other man can possibly understand. The man is Roth Braun, a serial killer who has been waiting for Stefan for 30 years. Roth was stopped once before. This time, nothing will get in his way.
Okay, there we
All
go.
it costed the serial killer.
Yeah.
And come to find out that I have started reading it before. I only like 25 pages into it. But the person that left him this diary of untold fortunes used to be part of the SS, and he never knew this person. Top Nazi on top of it, which he has no idea even that he was even part of the whole thing. So you got the Nazi SS side who is related to you never knew about against the serial killers trying to kill you off in the process.
Yeah.
So you're running both ways at the same time.
Yeah, and plus that gives you 2 serial killers to read.
Exactly.
Sounds like one's going to be a female.
One's from Kellogg's and one's from General Mills.
But
so far I'm not doing good. Hopefully the next one. Hopefully that's all I got to read because the smallest book is like 448 pages.
Yeah.
And all the others are like 478 to 600.
Well, my smallest book is that Western right there. So we already know that those old Westerns anywhere from 175 to 190 something.
So far I got to replace 5 books, and after next week I get to redo all the books because week 8 everybody plays.
Awesome.
So one more week of hopefully bad news. And I think it'll all be messed up. Like you said, they go back to Germany here soon.
Yep.
And I usually never go good when they play overseas.
Right.
Well, it was definitely surprising, some of the games today. I wasn't surprised at the Texans Saints because that could have gone either way.
I was surprised about that, to tell you the truth.
Erica was surprised at the Commanders and Falcons. I was hoping the Falcons.
I wasn't.
But,
I knew Redskins would win.
I was more surprised at the 49er game.
Now that is I'm surprised about.
yeah, Jaguars Colts. I thought it could have gone either way, but I was completely wrong.
Right.
Seahawks, really, they lost to the Bengals. Come on now.
Right. And
And, yeah, 49ers Browns. It's like, oh.
The thing is, now one of the worst teams, which is the Browns, gets to say they knocked up, that they gave the 49ers their first loss.
Yeah, now the Eagles are the only team left undefeated.
Yep. And maybe the Jets might get lucky. I doubt it, but then again, I doubted Browns could beat the 49ers. And boy, was that a slap in my face. My sister's back there going, I win!
I was not surprised that the Dolphins won that big.
Honestly, I was surprised that they won that big.
Because they were down 14-0. They said, okay, well, we gave you a shot. Now it's our turn. And boy, did they say it's their turn.
But, I mean, they won by 20, so that was a big one.
And I already looked on next week's, and I'm having a really hard time with the first game.
I'll pick the one that he don't. No.
Let's put it this way. Jaguars play the Saints, and they're in New Orleans. For me, that's the toughest one of the week.
Saints and who?
Saints and the Falcons.
Oh, that is a hard one.
If I remember correctly, isn't it, Erica, the first one, Saints and Falcons? She's got it closer than I do.
They only get.
Saints.
Oh, Jaguars and Saints.
Okay. Well, that's going to be another hard one, really.
That was the first game, Jags and Saints, and they're playing New Orleans. Now, if they were playing in Jacksonville, I would pick a winner, but since they're playing in New Orleans, yeah, I'm stuck.
Yeah. And next week I get to read books. I'm going to pick the books for the lose. I have to read the books that if I lose.
Yeah, and all I keep seeing is tough games next week.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still say, the game of the week next week could be Dolphins and Eagles.
That could be a good game. Yeah.
I agree with them saying that that'll be the game of the week. And there's only 13 games, which will be really hard because nobody's going to win like 10 games, hopefully.
But I see Rodgers on the sidelines.
Okay, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
But Jalen was out for the rest of the game in the Chicago game. They're not sure if he's coming back, and I thought for sure the Vikings would have won by more because first play with the backup quarterback, the Vikings get it back and score. So I thought for sure that was it. That was game. Nope, they had to go to the last 30 seconds of the game.
Well, look at the Browns. The Browns won with only 1 minute and something left. They won with 3 minutes left. They got all the way down there to field goal range and let the clock tick all the way down to 6 seconds before they decide they're going to go for the field goal and try to win with the field goal. And
Yep.
their kicker is worthless.
That's where Chicago messed up. They got in the red zone like 10 times, couldn't score. The Vikings took it away from them 13 times. and
Yeah.
could only score that little of points. That's terrible.
I mean, he was so far right that the left went to sleep. That's how far that kicker missed. He was so far right. It wasn't funny.
And me and Erica are going back and forth in this game because she went Patriots and I went Raiders, so that's why we switched it to this one.
I went Raiders.
Yeah, I want Raiders too, and they're up 10-3.
What channel is that? Are they on?
Channel, isn't it CBS?
Yeah.
CBS, yep.
Yeah, I don't have it on CBS.
Oh, okay.
Well, we do.
No, I don't. I want to get this one right here.
The which one are you watching?
Eagles.
Eagles and Jets. Yeah, we get that game too.
Yeah, I don't get the second game.
Well, usually we have 2 games at noon. They only let us watch one, and then at the 3:05 or 3:25 game, they'll let us watch 2, and then it's just one tonight and one on Monday.
Yeah. Now, I had 2 at the 1:00 schedule, and then I had 1 at.
Yeah, so you got it reversed. Yeah.
But I did not even turn on the Panthers game to see how good they're doing, because I didn't want to get give them any bad luck. But
You didn't need to. They were already they're up 14-0. So I figure, okay, what are the Dolphins doing wrong? And all of a sudden they blew them out of the water.
right,
Literally.
right.
Well, I told you it was still early in the game.
I know, but 14-0 is a big score when
And the thing is, I mean, they did only lose with. They lost with 21 points. So I mean that they scored at least one more time.
yeah, true. Well, at least they scored. I give them that. At least they scored.
Yeah. They played better today than they did all year so far. They had to get that much points.
Kind of waiting to see if the Bears is going to take on the Broncos this year. But definitely, yeah, that game next week. Yeah.
And Jerry's pretty much only got
One of these weeks, I'm going to have a big week. It's just not.
Only got
Every
one.
time I think it is, it's not.
Well, last week was my big week, and that surprised me, to tell you the truth.
Mine's still coming, just don't know which week it is.
Right.
Because every time I root for the Jaguars, they lose. Every time I vote against them, they lose. And the same with the Falcons. Every time I go against the Falcons, they win. Or I go with the Falcons, they lose.
It's hard for me to win when it seems like every game that I watch, the team I go for loses.
Yep.
I mean, the 49ers, they lost because I was watching them.
And how they lost to the Browns, I'm completely stumped.
It's Yankees' fault.
Yeah. I mean, that was a, what was it called? I can't think what it's called.
Luke and a half.
Yeah, that's
That
one
should
of
have
those.
never happened. What surprises me is the Bills right now, to me, are the best team in the AFC. But the Dolphins have a better record. And the Bills have beaten the Dolphins. So how is that going to measure out at the end of the year?
All right. Okay. I'm going to get some reading done.
Grab my book as soon as I put these up.
Okay, I'll wait until you're back.
Yeah, I got to read all these, and they're all big books.
Mhm.
5 replacements. grab something to drink, and I'm good to go. All right, now I should be good. Get on the right side of the thing. And yes, I got my book and I'm ready.
Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 45 minutes. Let's see how much we can get done. in the three.
Hey, cool gamer.
Hey, cool gamer. Fourteen to 3.
Lions got 10. Buccaneers got 3. Cardinals 6. Rams 3.
I'm gonna try to get to the restroom and back before a minute and 50 some seconds is up.
Raiders 13, Patriots 3.
Awesome. I hit the wrong one. Oh.
Okay, Raiders 13, Patriots 10.
I think I made it. Yes, but 22 seconds left.
Patriots just scored 13-10 Raiders.
Still 14-6. Okay, that's the last of that one. And
Still ahead 10-3. Cardinals jumped ahead 9-6 over the Rams. And of course, you're watching Eagles Jets.
well, I got 17 more pages to go.
Yeah, 50 more. I'll be halfway through the book. I forgot what page I'm on. 2 something, I think. Yeah, 217.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is next time we do the sprint, I'm going to finish the book, and then I'll probably watch the show until the 45 minutes is up, and then that way it gives me a little bit of break, and then do another sprint and start the demonologist.
Yeah, after this game, the latest, I'm going to take my hour nap, and then I'll be ready for tonight's game.
Okay.
Try to push through this one, or at least until you finish the book. Should be able to finish that tonight.
Well, I'm going to finish that tonight. I mean, if you need your rest, do it, because that's the best thing for you.
Yeah, I'll give it till halftime, then I'll do it. You'll probably be done by then.
Well, like I said, I only got 17 pages left.
Yeah,
So instead of doing the 45 minutes, why don't we just read and then
read until you're done. Yeah, then I'll take a nap. I'll come back up and we'll finish the game. Yeah, you got to get your 17 pages in at least.
Yeah. Oh. But
trying to get halfway through it, but I don't know if I will. I'll get close.
Sorry. Yawning. So.
Hopefully the scores will come out right in these games at least.
Yeah,
enough.
Here's 14-6. Eagles winning with 2 seconds in the second half. Go.
Yeah, Rams need to score here.
The Jets is going for the field goal. That's a long field goal for the Jets. Can he do it? Straight
Yeah,
down. So
that's why the Niners lost that last field goal with like 6 seconds left. They kicked it too far to the right, or they would have won.
Yep. 14-9 now.
Oh, not good.
Because we all went for the Eagles. So it's halftime here. How long before you go to halftime?
9 minutes.
Whoa. That's a
Oh
lot.
no, 7:43 left. They're a little behind on the phone. It says 7:37 here, and it says almost 9 minutes on my phone. So the phone's behind. It looks like the Raiders might score again.
They did not get out.
No, Raiders need to score more.
No, they don't. That's your pie hole.
Go Raiders, go Raiders.
Both of you shut your pie hole.
Go Vegas.
We love you too, Erica.
Liars.
Even though they're not playing technically in Vegas, they're playing in a little suburb across the strip. But
Right?
go Nevada.
Okay, people. No time limit. Just I'm going to read the 17 pages, then call it done. Then I'm going to wait a while before I start reading the other one.
Yeah, when the Raiders get ahead 30 points, then we can come back. 16-10 Raiders.
Mm.
Well, you're at least one ahead of me, so I had to catch up something.
It's not my fault you don't know I'm thinking.
I'm ahead, ain't I?
No,
The only one that's worrying me is Cardinals and Rams. Cardinals are ahead. Who'd you go, Cardinals or Rams?
I was,
Only 3 points behind.
that one I wasn't sure about. That was one of the ones I wasn't sure about.
Doesn't make sense because St. Patrick's Day isn't for a few months.
It's called ghoulish green.
Oh, for Halloween.
Yeah.
Too late now. It's already halfway through the month.
Some people are trying to hold on now.
Good, the Rams jumped ahead. Yeah. Raiders 19, Patriots 10.
Cool.
Mhm. Nice. Window. Lights right in my eyes. Yeah, 3:23 left in the third. We got 6:40 before the game's over. Good, Detroit scored again. Fourth quarter for every team except for us. We're halfway through, over halfway through.
Okay. Good book.
Finish it.
Yep.
I'm 23 pages before the halfway mark. I am on 252, and we got 432 left in the game.
Right.
Raiders are up 19-10. The Patriots look like they're going to score any second, though. So it could be up until the very last play.
And my game still has 50 seconds in the third quarter.
Okay. The other games are going good, so hopefully the Raiders can pull this one off.
Yeah.
Stop them from scoring.
Yeah, but
432 ain't a lot left, but they're only 8 yards away from the thing.
what surprises me is the Jets keeping the Eagles down from flying.
Yep.
I mean, it's 9-14.
8.5 yard line with 4:32 to go. Yeah, it looks like they're going to score something here.
Only thing they have to do is, well, they're going to try a field goal from way out there. And it looks like it's a good one. It's 14-12 now.
That's not good.
I think the Eagles might do the same thing the 49ers did, and that was heat cup.
One, the Patriots can't pass to anybody. And two, then they get the flag thrown against them when they only have 8 yards to go.
Right. But this is a good book. But at the same time, I am going to give it a rating of 4. I would reread it. But there's a lot of twisting stuff in here that I wasn't expecting, especially the last few lines of the book. But it's still a good read, though. I mean, there was something missing, and I can't figure out what it was.
I will say this one is so far way better than Holly.
Good.
I know it's part of a trilogy, but it's way better than Holly. It's not even considered horror.
No, it's not horror. And the reason, I mean, I have to reread those just so I can reread them as what they are.
And then Holly kept it from here in the toilet.
They got that series got a low rating from me because I was expecting horror.
Yeah, and that's why I gave Holly such a lower rating, because even King came out and said it's horror. It's ultra light if it is horror. There's like a sentence here and there, a paragraph here and there, and that's about it in a whole 500-page, 450-some page book. It wasn't, no.
Right. I mean, you take Outsiders. Everybody said Outsider was horror. I found it mainly a supernatural thriller.
Yeah. I considered it a good book, but it definitely wasn't horror.
Mm-mm. So it sounds like Holly might be in the same boat.
Yeah, Holly, they marked as horror, and you're lucky if it was more mystery thriller than anything. Whoever marked it as horror had no idea what they were doing.
Right.
Skeleton Crew had 10 times more horror.
Mm.
Graveyard Shift had 10 times more horror.
Well, the thing is, both of those back in the day, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Back before he quit drinking.
Yep. Where he quit drinking and doing whatever other stuff he was doing. Then he got off it and no more horror. Oh, shoot, no. Trying to stop the Patriots. Now they're in the 4.5-yard line.
Mm. But I think I'm going to get off of here because I need to eat supper still.
Yeah, I figure I'm not going to be down for more than an hour. I never take more than an hour anyway. I'll get up and check the scores. So.
But you, if you want, you can IM me or something, and we can go back on with more.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Just give me an hour is all I ask.
Yeah.
Because that's all I need.
Because in that time, I should be able to check something to eat and be over with.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, the game don't start till 7:15, 7:30, somewhere in there. And that gives me a little time if I want to munch on something real quick before we go back on. So,
right.
Get this last play going, and then I'll let everybody go. Oh, shoot. First and goal at the 4.5.
It'll give me an hour break before I start this one.
Yeah, darn it. Patriots scored with 3:33 left.
Mm.
See if they go for yeah, they're 3 behind. Or are they going to go for the 2-point or the field goal? And then I'm going to go take a nap. Damn it, cheaters.
They got it, huh?
Yeah. They kept getting a first down off all the penalties. They kept going backwards for their penalties, and then the other team started getting penalties. Oh, they're just going for the field goal.
That's like the first game I watched. It was penalty galore.
Good.
19-17 with 3:33 left. So we'll see you in the next game. Hopefully they can still pull this off.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on the Eagles to start flying.
Yeah, they got to do something at 14-12 is not making me happy.
Because I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but the Jets, the Eagles ain't flying, and the Jets refueled and hit turbo.
Yeah, and the Patriots need to go back to Foxborough, Massachusetts. All right, we'll see you later.
Okay, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks for being up here. Okay, everybody. We'll see you later. And we're going to come back in an hour or so. So hopefully you can be here for that. See y'all soon.